everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. So today we're going to be looking at your soulmate's first impression of you and your first impression of your soulmate. So when we get into the reading, we'll have one side that represents, like your first impression of your soulmate and another side that represents your soulmate's first impression of you. But I'm not going to specify which side is which. Since this is a general reading, I think it would be a lot easier for you to just resonate with which side seems like it represents you, and then you'll know which side is representing your soulmate, right? And well, your first impression of your soulmate. I just thought that would appeal to more people since this is a general reading. And I think it ought to be a little bit easy, especially if you're maybe torn between more than one group. You'll be able to quickly realize, like, neither of these sides sound like me, so I must have picked the wrong group. So that'll be a little bit of confirmation for you that, yes, I picked the right group, or no, I need to go back to the beginning, connect with my intuition, and, maybe pick the one that I was torn between. So anyway, we've got 3 groups to choose from today. We've got pile 1 with Spark. We've got pile 2 with the Cloud Paint Puff. And we've got pile 3 with Haze. So take a moment, pause the video, meditate on the groups. Try not to overthink it. Of course, the timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always. And yeah, I'll see you guys in your reading. Okay, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So you all are very interesting. I'll be curious to see if the other groups also have this, but for your first impression of your soulmate and your soulmate's first impression of you, you two have a very similar first impression to each other. Okay, so I used 2 different decks, right? I used the Everyday Witch Tarot and the Green Witch Tarot for this reading, and you two both got the Queen of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Chalices, and the Six of Chalices, which is the Cups and the Green Witch Tarot. So you two have so far the same first impression of each other. So with these Queen cards being here, this is just representing feminine energy. So this isn't saying that this is going to be a same-sex couple if that isn't resonating with you. Now, it very well could be, but this is just energy, okay? This isn't representing gender. I wanted to go ahead and make that disclaimer before I got any further into the reading. But I'll say, with the Queen of Cups being here twice, you both are going to see each other as emotionally mature, sensitive, creative, really in touch with your emotions in a healthy way. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is compassionate to others, yet she holds firm boundaries, okay? So she doesn't let her compassion make her someone who, I don't want to say weak, but she doesn't let other people walk all over her, right? So she can give to others without sacrificing her own needs. So she understands the concept of don't set yourself on fire to save someone else. Like, she understands how you can be helpful to others, compassionate giving, but you can still stand like in your own power, right? And you just have a very healthy relationship with your own emotions as well. Or at least this is the first impression, right? This is the energy that you are giving off and that your soulmate is giving off. You both are very creative people. You may come off as a water sign, so you may come off with Pisces, Cancer, wow, why am I blinking on this? Pisces, Cancer, oh, of course, Scorpio. So you may come off as that sort of energy, as does your soulmate, okay? And I think also just with these 2 cards being the same, with both decks here, it kind of gives off like you see each other as like-minded souls. You see each other, you see a lot of yourself in them, and they see a lot of themselves in you, okay? You just seem like, how do I put it? your souls just connect. You just see each other as, like I said, like-minded souls, sort of like we were split from the same cup kind of thing. Like we were split from the same soul and now we're coming together. You just have a lot of similar qualities. You see a lot of each other, you know, in the other person. And I will say also here, with the Six of Cups being here twice, there is a high possibility with your soulmate that you either shared a lot of past life connections. So you were lovers or friends, you were connected somehow across multiple lifetimes, or, and I think this is a very high possibility, you knew each other when you were young. And there's a lot of sweetness here, there's a lot of nostalgia, there's a lot of, and young can even mean like you knew each other in college, but I get with the children here, it was likely, you know, like high school, middle school, elementary school. You could have grown up with this person and maybe you got separated at some point, but there's a lot of history here. And if that part isn't resonating with you, then could be that your soulmate, like I said, was just someone that you knew in a past life. And I will say too, you know, there's a giving energy again with the Six of Cups. So you both come off as a very nurturing, caring person. Okay, so you're definitely mirroring each other here. Okay. And there's a lot of softness. You two will be very gentle with one another from the start. And even if you're someone who typically has a tough exterior, I feel like that's not going to be the case with this person, and the same goes for them. You're both just going to bring out a very soft, gentle, caring, very mothering side to each other. You know, there's a lot of, I want to take care of you and I know you want to take care of me. And I think there's just this ease and comfort that just, you know, comes from this Six of Cups being here twice. That's why I say I feel like you knew each other in the past. And it could be both. You know, you could know each other in a past life and you knew them when you guys were young as well. Okay, so let's see what else we have. We've got the Star card and the Nine of Wands. So with this side of the counterpart, of the divine counterpart, one of you is going to see the other person as someone who is really good at holding on to idealism. Okay, so with the Star card, we see like manifestation, wishes fulfilled. This is someone who has a lot of patience, right? Because it's going to take a good bit, a good bit of faith and hard work. Because when I say hard work, I mean like commitment to your dream, commitment to your vision, right? It takes work to hold on to your belief, your faith in whatever dream or whatever goal you're trying to manifest. With the Star card here, this person is coming across as very dreamy, very romantic, and very much, I get Cinderella vibes from the Star card, but you remember Cinderella, she was very dreamy, she was very hardworking, but she always held on to that belief, despite her external circumstances, that things would get better. And that hope, like, allowed her to cope with the difficult and challenging circumstances she found herself in. You know, that faith kept her going, that belief kept her going. You know, she never stopped believing in happy endings and fairy tales, right? Like, she knew one day things would get better, you know, and she just had that dream, that faith. And so that allowed her to deal with like an evil stepmother and stepsisters who were, you know, terrorizing her and abusing her day in and day out. She held on to that faith and she made the best of her circumstances. She was still, you know, an optimistic, kind, gentle person, right? Like, she still went out of her way to care for the animals. So like things like that, even with the cat being like present here. So I think one side of this connection is going to come across as an optimist and someone who has been through a lot and is still resilient, right? I would associate resilience with Cinderella as well as the Star card. So resilience. And I would say that's echoed with the Nine of Wands. One of you has been through a lot. Like you have been backed up against a wall, and one of you has just had challenge after challenge after challenge, and you're still standing. And not only are you still standing, but you still have your softness, right? Like you have found strength in your softness. You have found strength in that feminine energy. You are still kind. You are still giving to others, even if they are cruel to you. And I say you know, this doesn't have to be you. This could be your soulmate. But this is just the first impression that this part of the divine counterpart is giving off. So whether this is you or your soulmate, this is the first impression. And it's a lot for a first impression, right? This is pretty deep for a first impression. And that's why I said, with the Six of Cups being here twice, I don't know, there's just this high likelihood that you knew each other when you were young, because this is pretty deep for a first impression, okay? And I know this is your soulmate, so you know you're gonna see each other through to your souls pretty quickly because of that connection, that divine connection. But still, I don't know, I feel like you guys knew each other in the past. All right, so let's see here. For the other side, we're getting confirmation that this is your soulmate with the Lady and Lord card. This is the Lovers and the Green Witch Tarot. So we have confirmation here that this is your soulmate. This person on this side comes across as someone that you could envision by your side, someone that you want to spend more time with, just automatically as soon as you meet them, or you reconnect with them if you knew them in the past. This is someone that you could see being your equal, someone you could see that would be willing to put as much work into the relationship as you. This is someone who is very equitable, right? And with the Lovers too, we've got Gemini energy coming in, so we've got water and now Gemini air. I would say too, there's just this feeling of, this is someone who, if I text them, they're gonna text me back. If I call them, they're gonna call me back. They're gonna match my effort, you know? It's gonna be very balanced. This person comes across as a great communicator for sure. You have, or you come across as a great communicator. Either way, I don't know why this side is coming off more like the soulmate. So take that as it resonates, but I'm getting kind of the vibe that this person is your soulmate. This is the first impression of the soulmate. This is the first impression of you, but we'll see. Yes, so like I was saying, this person is going to match your effort. They just come across that way. And with the Three of Cups, this part of the divine counterpart is someone who has lots of friends, okay? They like to enjoy themselves. They come off as very fun-spirited, lighthearted. This side of the connection is a lot more lighthearted compared to this side, just because this side seems like they've had a bit of an easier life. And that's not to say that they haven't had their challenges, okay? But I feel like even if they've had their challenges, they've been surrounded by so much love and support that it's been a lot easier for them, versus this person is a lot more independent because they've had to go it on their own. So, you know, they haven't had that family support. Like I said, Cinderella, she was all alone in the world, right? Like, who did she have? Both of her parents were dead. You know, she had no one. And so this side, even if they're not close with their family, they have a lot of close friends who really help them. So this person, I think, definitely more extroverted, more fun-loving, more lighthearted, and they're really big into connecting with others, whereas this person has had a lot of challenges And so they do come across more as kind of a lone wolf, just because they haven't had that support for whatever reason, okay? And that's going to vary a lot given that this is a general reading. But, okay, so that's what we have so far. So, first impression, I think of you, I think this is the first impression of your soulmate. But if that doesn't resonate, go ahead and flip them in your mind. All right, so now we're going to find out just some more general information about this connection as a whole. And then at the end, we're going to be finding out some more details about your soulmate, and then we'll end with some spark romance matchsticks. Okay, so let's see. So we've got third house, perception. So this rules Gemini. So like I said, strong communicator, definitely I think with your soulmate. And I think also you two are just going to have immediately really in-depth communication with one another. Like your conversations are not going to be superficial. Even on the first date, you two are just going to connect in a way that, you know, is beyond the surface level. This is the type of person, you know, like with your soulmate, when you meet them, you talk for hours, right? And I think, like I said, I think you two have a lot of catching up to do, because I do think you knew each other when you were younger. Okay. Mars with action. So a lot of passion here. So Mars, we think Aries, we think Scorpio. A lot of passion. I think that when you two reconnect, it's going to develop very quickly, okay? And I say that like, not as if you two are immediately going to get into a romantic partnership, but more so the connection is going to develop very quickly, because you even chose the spark cloud paint, right? This fiery red. So there's a lot of romance here. There's a lot of passion. That doesn't mean that you guys are going to act on it immediately, but it's definitely simmering below the surface, because I do think there is a lot of time spent genuinely getting to know each other and talking and talking and talking. With the third house being here, I kind of see this as a progression. So you take your time, you get to know one another. If you knew each other in the past, you reconnect. You know, you get to know the older, more mature version of each other. And with the Mars card, then I think action occurs where you decide to, you know, become more than friends and become romantic partners. You know, things become more physical, and there's just a lot of passion here, a lot of heat. We did have, yeah, I think there's just, there's a deeper level of intimacy here, because you took the time to build a foundation and get to know each other, you know, through all of this communication, through all of these deep conversations. Okay, and then we have Cancer here, so water again. This could be either your sun sign, their sun sign, your Mars, your Venus. For sure, you could be a Venus in Cancer, or they could be a Venus in Cancer. So Venus and Cancer people are, you know, they have that hard outer shell, but once you get past that, you know, they like a traditional relationship. They like safety. They want to feel safe and secure and comfortable with their partner. You know, a Venus and Cancer person, I'm Venus and Cancer, but a Venus and Cancer person really wants a partner who feels like home, and they want their partner to feel like home to them. You know what I mean? They want it to go both ways. So like they find comfort and safety. You know, they want security and predictability, and they want emotional depth in their romantic partnerships. So I think there's also like that nostalgia repeated with the Cancer card here too. You both are gonna feel like home to each other. And I get that feeling too with the Six of Cups being here twice. There's just this sweet, sentimental side to this connection. You know, it's very, It's very comforting, it's very warm, it's very cozy, and you're very protective of one another, because the Cancer is also the mother, okay? So it's very nurturing for both of you. You know, you're very maternal towards each other, for sure. And I think also with Cancer, like I said, you think of home. So I think high possibility that you two could be either getting married or moving in together, building a home, sharing a home. High possibility here. Okay, all right, so let's find out what else we have. So we've got life purpose and self-respect. So I think that this goes for both of you. I think once you develop a sense of self-respect and you step into that Queen of Cups energy where, you know, you can be a giver, be kind to others, you can be in touch with your emotions, you can be emotionally expressive, but you can still be taken seriously and you can still hold boundaries with others. And, you know, we teach people how to treat us, right? So that self-respect is going to come up. And I think once you master this, that will help bring this connection in faster. And I would say too, with life purpose, there's a big possibility that you share a soul mission with your soulmate. And so there's a high possibility that you two are meant to come together to achieve something, whether that's starting a family, starting a business together, sharing in a passion project, you know, doing something together for charity, something that big that that benefits the collective. Yes, something like that. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have. Actually, okay, hold on for a second. I'm gonna pause the recording. I want to grab my soul purpose deck. Let's actually find out some more information on this. All right, sorry guys. Should have had this deck on hand. I didn't know life purpose was gonna come up though. All right, let's see. What joint soul mission does pile 1 have with their soulmate? Joint soul mission. Pile 1's joint soul mission with their soulmate. The information on pile 1's. Here we go. So we got speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Okay, so something with speaking, which is funny because we got the 3rd house with communication. Okay, so that could be a lot of things, right? All right, so we also got options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Okay, so maybe it was pretty open-ended. It just has to do something with speaking. Let's try to get some more clues here, if we can, about what this could possibly be. Okay, the answer that you're seeking involves going to school. So maybe you two knew each other in, like I said, in school at some point. And we've got trust. Trust that your feelings and dreams guide you to your career path. Okay, and then we've got children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Okay, so this makes me think of a teacher then, possibly, because we've got school children speakers, so maybe you two are both going to be like teachers at the same school. Maybe this is also saying that the joint soul mission will be for you two to have children, and one of your children is going to go on and do something really meaningful and impactful in the world. Also think it's kind of open-ended. So you two are just meant to come together and do something, but maybe like when you were doing like your soul contract, you weren't super specific. You wanted to have freedom to, you know, kind of use your intuition and do whatever feels right, whatever you're passionate about in this lifetime. And with like skills of oration, I mean, that could be anything. That could be a YouTuber even, right? You could be doing something where you're creating like workshops for people, or I don't know, like meditations for people, or you're doing something even like political science related, or oh gosh, there's just so many things that involve speaking and like giving presentations and things. Even like counseling involves a lot of speaking, a lot of talking. Yeah. Even when you're a writer, like you do a lot of talking, right? When you go on like book tours and stuff. This could mean so many things. I think that's why we got the options card here, is that it is pretty open-ended. Okay, sorry I couldn't give a little bit more clarity, but you know, sometimes that's just the answer. It's a bit vague. All right, we've got new moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. And we've got bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Okay. All right, so I think that with the luck is on your side and the arrow here with Sagittarius, I feel like this is a reminder too, if you're getting a bit down about not being in connection with your soulmate yet, that's just a nice little reminder here that luck is on your side. You're meant to connect with this person. You know, your guides and their guides are working to bring you two together. Especially because we got Aquarius here twice with the star card, and then we've got new moon in Aquarius. So that makes me think that at least one of you is trying to manifest the other person. So just remember that, you know, if you keep believing, this person will come in and you will be together, okay? So it's just calling you to have faith and, you know, to stay optimistic, because Sagittarius is also very optimistic, very happy-go-lucky. You know, your person is out there, you will meet them, and they will meet you. And, you know, with bringing love into the situation, this is definitely a romantic soulmate, okay? All right, so let's look at the specific messages about your soulmate. Now, for some of these, they may not resonate with you. These messages tend to be more specific, whereas these are more general. So if one of these doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. It's not your message. Okay, so your soulmate will be open-minded and flexible. They will be determined, dedicated, and passionate. Okay, they will likely have blonde hair. They will be easygoing and laid back. They will be very forgiving and they do not hold grudges. And their love language is acts of service. So this means that they like to do nice things for you. When you're dating, when you're together, you know, they'll be the type of person who cooks for you. And I saw that, right, with the Cancer card. You know, like I said, they're going to be very nurturing, very mothering towards you, you know, even if they're a man. So, you know, they'll be the type of person that, you know, will want to make your coffee in the morning, you know, that kind of thing. Just little nice gestures to show you that they do care about you. All right, and let's get our matchsticks next. So pile 1. And their soulmate, pile 1, and their soulmate, pile 1, pile 1. Okay, so you two will often plan weekends. Oh, wow. You will often plan weekends away just for the two of you. I can see that with Sagittarius because that's traveling. Okay, you will act like kids together. The 6 of Cups, we got that twice. Okay, I love it. Okay, sorry, I got really excited. Okay, and you will have breakfast in bed a lot together. All right, and now we will end with 2 self-care messages. So when I was shuffling the cards, I asked for your soulmate's higher self to come through and to give 2 self-care activities that your soulmate would like you to do for yourself. So we've got clean your space. Don't take that in a judgmental way. And we've got read. So even if you don't like to read books, I love to read books, but even if you don't like to read books, you could listen to an audiobook, you could flip through a magazine, you know, go and look at some of those like huge coffee table books at like Books A Million or Barnes Noble, that kind of thing. But yeah, so this was your reading pile 1. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it was fun. I hope that it brought you some comfort if you're getting down about yourself and you're worried if you will ever meet your soulmate. I hope that this, like I said, brought you some comfort, some reassurance that this person is out there and they sound really wonderful, as do you. So, yeah, if you like this style of video, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you like love readings. I'm happy to make more. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe because this is a new channel and every little bit of support really does help and I always appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care, pile 1. Alright, for everyone who chose the Puff Cloud Paint pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we'll start with this side. So we've got the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles to start. Okay, so this person is coming across as the Queen of Swords. Now this is feminine energy, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean that this person is a woman, okay? This isn't representing gender, just the energy. But the Queen of Swords, she is a very rational, logical person. She can come off sometimes as a bit tough, right? Like, she's not someone that you want to mess around with. She's someone who really commands respect. And sometimes that can be a bit intimidating. You know, if you're not someone who can match that energy, sometimes the Queen of Swords can come off as a bit guarded, a bit closed off. You know, she can seem a bit business-like almost. You know, like this would be someone who comes off as very professional, very put together, very polished. Oh wow, their music is so loud. I hope you guys can't hear that. But yes, so this person comes across as very strong, very put together, polished, and really standing in their own power. Like I said, this isn't someone who comes across as like a pushover, I guess. You know, like this person is tough. You know, they can handle themselves. And with the Ten of Pentacles being next to the Queen of Swords, this person really seems like someone that you could build a future with. Like this would be someone who is one half of a power couple, right? Like this person seems kind of like perfect, right? Like there's someone who would be very successful in their career, or at least very ambitious and intelligent and smart enough to get somewhere in life. You know, like this is someone that you could build an abundant future with. They just seem like someone who you could really have like a happy, fulfilling home life with, you know, like, you know, everything you could ever want material-wise, but also like we see a happy family here too. So it's really like the best of both worlds. Like everything here is very fruitful. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles here, the other side, so whether this is you or your soulmate, this person is represented by the King of Pentacles. So how funny is that to have the Ten of Pentacles over here? So this person is seeing the Queen of Swords like, oh, this is going to be, even though this is the Queen of Swords, this person is going to be the person that I could build a future with. I could build a home with. I could build a family with. This person looks at the Queen of Swords like, this is my queen. This is the person I want by my side. This is the person that I want to share my throne with. This is the person that, you know, I can see the whole world with, right? And the King of Pentacles, so on this side, he is someone who, this is the masculine energy, right? So we've got the divine feminine, the divine masculine, but like I said, that's energy. We're not talking about gender, okay? But the King of Pentacles, he is someone who is successful, okay? He may not be rich, but he is definitely at least financially secure, okay? He has built up a life for himself. He's stable, he's secure, he's reliable, he's practical, probably someone who enjoys the outdoors, someone who is very connected to the material world, very grounded energy, especially like we've got the world tree right next to it, right? And the Queen of Swords, she's a bit more in her head, okay? You know, she has a tendency towards overthinking. This person is a lot more grounded than that, a lot more balanced. And this person comes off as very practical, you know. So the King of Pentacles, he doesn't rush in like the King of Wands. He still weighs his options. He's still a planner. So that's definitely common ground between these two. But the King of Pentacles takes a bit more practical steps and actions faster than the Queen of Swords would, okay? But I will say with the World Tree here too, the Queen of Swords sees the King of Pentacles like he is the whole world. This person comes across as like, this is the full package. This is someone who I look at and I just see everything, you know? Which is very sweet for the Queen of Swords. Like, this person is, you know, like very career oriented and very like, you know, independent. And so for this person to look at the King of Pentacles like he's the whole world, that's very sweet. Like, I think that for this side of the connection, the King of Pentacles is going to come in and bring out a softer side to the Queen of Swords. He's going to melt her a little bit to where she probably starts to resemble this Queen of Pentacles, okay? I think he's going to tear down those walls, kind of ease that emotional guardedness that can kind of happen with the Queen of Swords. Okay, let's get some more information. So we've got Justice and the Three of Cups. So, so funny to get the Justice card with the Queen of Swords. So like I said, rationality, logic, fairness, objectivity. You know, this person comes across as someone who is very fair, you know, someone who is very honest, very truthful, someone who is very objective. But also with the Three of Cups, this person knows how to have a good time, you know. And I think also with the Three of Cups, this person comes across as someone who really values like interpersonal harmony, someone who doesn't want to have a fight, someone who wants everyone to get along, but she is still the Queen of Swords. She will still cut you down if necessary. She will still put you in your place if you deserve it with the Justice card, okay? So this is someone who comes across as like very, you know, like gets along with everyone, is super nice, but don't mess with me, okay? Because I still will stand up for myself. I'm smart, and you're not going to make me feel any lesser than I am because I know my worth, I know my power. Okay, and I think also with the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups being here, there is a little bit, and even with the Justice card, there's a little bit hidden, right? Because Justice is blind, right? There's a little bit hidden here where, you know, she likes to keep it light. She likes to keep it fun. And if you mess with her, she will put you in your place, right? But not many people get to that ooey gooey, like soft center. Not many people get to see the softer, vulnerable, sensitive side to her. But I think that with the Ten of Pentacles being here, the King of Pentacles person sees through to your core, okay? This person knows there's more than meets the eye. Okay. So then we've got nature, and we've got the Two of Swords here. So I think that you two are mirroring each other with the Two of Swords and the Justice card being here, because you both value honesty and fairness, and you both are people who are willing to compromise and willing to talk things through. I think with the nature card here too, the King of Pentacles person comes across as someone who is so focused on their work and so focused on like the practical day-to-day like goals and routines that they have, that they sometimes get disconnected from their intuition. You know, like they can miss something that is literally right there in front of them, this bear, right? Well, not in front, behind them, but they can miss something as huge as a bear, and they can ignore like the fun, like a light-hearted kind of energy that's happening behind them too. So sometimes they can turn a blind eye to things that are potentially harmful because they're so busy on their work. So this to me kind of can be like, this person can sometimes come across as like a workaholic, and they neglect their health, their wellness. You know, there can be like some unseen dangers. Like if you neglect your health for long enough, you know, stress, you know, not managing stress, not having a healthy outlet for that, you know, not taking care of yourself, eating badly, not getting enough sleep, all those things can catch up to you and make you sick. So that could just be something that this person needs to work on. And I think also with the Three of Cups here, whoever this Queen of Swords is representing, this person will remind this person of the importance of balance and the importance of having fun and spending time with the people that, you know, you're friends with, that you love, that care about you, you know, the importance of connection. Okay, let's find out some more about this connection overall. Okay, so we've got Mercury with communication. Pile 1 got the 3rd house as well, which is ruled by Mercury. So that doesn't surprise me with the Queen of Swords being here and you both having like 2 of Swords and the Justice card. I think if there is a disagreement between you two, you know, just because this person is your soulmate doesn't mean you're going to get along every minute of the day. I think that this is a sign that you two will be able to resolve arguments quickly. You're fair, you're, you know, honest with one another. You know, you're willing to admit fault, you're willing to grow together, and you're willing to find that compromise and do the work together. I think also you two are just going to have really fulfilling conversations because, you know, that Queen of Swords is going to finally open up and let down those emotional walls. And the King of Pentacles, you know, he's not the King of Cups, right? Like, he's not super emotionally vulnerable himself either. So I think that's going to be very positive for both of you that, you know, you're able to open up with one another. Okay, and we've got Sun and Leo, so really Leo twice here, right? Because the Sun rules Leo. So we've got Leo the Lover. So we've got fire energy coming through. So one of you could have Leo as your sun sign, your moon, your Venus, your Mars. With the Sun being here, possibility. Some of you are, you know, you have Leo as your sun placement, or they do. So we've got fire energy coming in now. We had air and earth before. But I think I'm kind of getting the vibe here that, you know, when I think of Leo, the 5th house, creativity, you know, it represents children, you know, it does represent more short-term romances, but since we're talking about your soulmate and we have the 10 of Pentacles, there is definitely possibility here for marriage. I will say too, you know, Leo really knows how to take care of themselves. And so I feel like because you two are both coming across as such strong figures, I feel like with Leo being here, this is a signal to me that you all will be able to retain your individuality within this connection. You know, this is not a connection that's going to be codependent or unhealthy. You two are both going to be, like I said, like a power couple, like out here achieving your goals and your dreams, but then also working together to have this like happy home life with your family. So I think that's definitely a sign there. I think also, you know, this is just a very fun connection. Like, you know, if you are watching this video and you've been having a lot of struggles, a lot of challenges in your life, when you meet your soulmate, it's going to be like the sun is now coming up. You know, the sun just illuminates everything. So if you've resonated with that Queen of Swords energy, if you feel like you have to have these walls up, like you've been attacked a lot in the past, you've been treated badly, you know, people have taken advantage of you, and now this is why you hold these firm boundaries, the soulmate coming in is just going to illuminate everything and put you back in that Leo energy where you're confident, you're happy, you're having fun, you know, you're just in that kind of just a lighter energy, really, because with the sun too, it also just energizes everything, right? Like the sun is very nurturing, right? The sun helps give life to all of the plants, and then of course, like, we eat the plants and then we get energy from the sun in that like indirect way. So things like that, I just feel like this connection is going to be very nurturing in a way where it builds up your self-confidence and your trust in others and how you relate to other people. So there's also definitely a healing aspect to this connection as well. Okay, let's see what else we have. We've got inner peace. I feel like that speaks for itself. Oh, and intimacy, yeah. So like I said, there's going to be a lot more emotional closeness in this connection than you probably have ever had with anyone in your life. And then with inner peace, you're just gonna feel very like, this person is really just going to balance you out, and you are going to balance them out. And I think that definitely the case with the Two of Swords and the Justice here, especially with the way the Two of Swords is depicted here. There's a lot of, even like I said, even when you guys have arguments, it still is more like a disagreement, and you work through it and you find compromise. So it's just a very peaceful connection. You know, there's no drama here, for lack of a better term. All right, we've got the energy is gaining momentum. This tells me if you haven't met this person yet, you are going to be meeting them soon. Yes, New Moon and Libra. Okay, we've got a lot of Libra energy here because the Queen of Swords is air, Libra is an air sign. We've got the Justice. I said the Two of Swords was reminding me of the Justice card too. So, you know, either Libra season is going to be very important in this connection, or one of you has major Libra placements in your birth chart. Sorry, I'm getting a little tripped up on my words. But yes, and also just, if you haven't met them yet, you're going to be meeting them soon. Or if you feel like you already know this person and you're just friends, it's going to be, you know, developing into a romantic relationship soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out some more clues about who your soulmate is. Now, these are more specific messages. So if I say anything here that doesn't resonate, please leave it. These are more general messages, okay? Okay, so you may be meeting your soulmate through a shared hobby or interest, or that's just going to be something that really connects you and keeps this connection, you know, together. Okay, your soulmate is going to be smart and witty. They're going to be kind and generous. You could meet them through a relative of, oh wait, no. They could be a relative of one of your friends, or they could be a roommate. That doesn't mean your roommate. They could be someone else's roommate, maybe a friend's roommate, a family member's roommate. So, two different possibilities for how you could be meeting your soulmate. Oh, we've got a third possibility. Okay, this definitely makes me think that you're going to be meeting them soon, because it's not like your spirit guides or the universe sets up just one opportunity, you know, one chance for you to meet your soulmate. It's like they set up multiple ways. That way, if you miss one of your chances, the opportunity doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Like, your guides just keep creating ways for you to run into this person, because I do think there's an element here of, you know, fate and, you know, divine timing. And of course, like, we always have free will. Just because you meet your soulmate doesn't mean you have to decide to be with them, although I don't know why you wouldn't, but whatever, you know, your life, your choices. But these are ways that you could be meeting your soulmate, okay? So you could be meeting them while you're outdoors, hiking at a beach, on a trail, by a lake. Also with the outdoors here, I would think that given that we had the King of Pentacles, one of you really enjoys the outdoors. Okay, so let me explain this one. When I wrote Silver Fox, yes, they could be older than you, but I was also writing this thinking that it could be someone who just really ages well. Okay, so I wanted to give that disclaimer because I know some people are like, I don't want to date or be with someone who's this many years older than me, which is totally legitimate and fine. But if you're someone who's like, no, I would not date someone who is older than me by this many years, then it could be that your soulmate is just someone who ages like a fine wine. Okay, so let's get some matchsticks. So pile 2 and their soulmate, pile 2. Woo, one dropped. Okay. So we've got read aloud to each other, a novel, the sports page, anything. So maybe something that you enjoy doing together. Given how intelligent you both seem, I definitely get the vibe that at least one of you is a reader. Not that, I don't know what I was about to say. Just forget it. Okay. All right, so we've got plan a scary date. Roller coasters aren't scary. Okay, a roller coaster, a horror movie, or a haunted house. So maybe some thrill seeking there with Leo, have some fun. Okay, and we've got leave a note in a pocket or bag for your partner to discover. So definitely do, you know, cute little things for each other. And we'll end now with some self-care messages. So when I pulled these cards, I channeled your soulmate's higher self, and I asked them to share 2 self-care activities that they would like you to do at this time to take better care of yourself. So we've got write a gratitude list. If you're trying to manifest this person, practicing gratitude is a great way to raise your vibration. And we've got look to the stars. When I see this card, I always think of the importance of keeping your faith and staying optimistic and, you know, believing in the vastness of the universe and how miracles can happen just by wishing upon a star, right? Like, ask and you shall receive. That's what I always think of when I think of this card, or when I see this card. Okay, so pile 2, this was your reading. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is a new channel, so every little, Lord, why am I tripping up on my words so much? Every little bit of support helps. And let me know too if you like this style of reading and if you would like to see more love readings, because I'll be happy to make more. And yep, pile 2. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Please take care. All right, for everyone who chose the Haze Cloud Paint, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we'll start with this side. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So with the Knight of Cups, this person is coming across as someone who is very romantic and really believes in the idea of love. Okay, so this person can get a bit carried away. So this person's first impression, they come across as a bit dreamy, a bit sensitive, but also someone who can really fall in love with the idea of love. And so they kind of wear their heart on their sleeves. You know, sometimes they get a bit ahead of themselves. You know, they can say I love you very quickly. They can, you know, really do a lot of sweet things. And they, with the Ace of Swords being right next to it, I really see it as like this person intuitively knows, you know, they're connected with their intuition with the cups here. They intuitively know that you are their soulmate. And so with them, they kind of fall head over heels, and they fall quickly, right? And deeply. It's not superficial, you know. And with the Ace of Swords being there, they're very good with their words. So this person will really charm you. You know, they come across as very charming. They know exactly what to say, when to say it. But with them being your soulmate and the Knight of Cups being here, they genuinely mean these sweet words. Like, they genuinely mean all of these compliments and, you know, everything that they're saying, they mean it. And so I think that is what really draws you to them. And I will say too, even though this is depicting a male here, like I said with the other groups, we're focusing on energy here, not just gender, okay? All right, so let's move on to this side. So this person is coming across, we've got very strong personality, because we got two major arcana here. So the Holly King in this deck represents the Hermit, and the Crone represents the Strength card. So we've got Virgo coming through, and we have Leo energy. So with the Holly King, this is someone who knows how to be alone, okay? They know how to be independent. They're very wise. So even if this person is young, they come across as very mature and very wise beyond their years. You know, like they have really taken some time to engage in self-reflection and learn from their experiences. You know, this person also comes across as someone who has been single for a while. They have been on their own, because the Crone here, like with the Strength card with Leo, even though she has this lion beside her, this lion is representing her inner strength. So with both of these cards here, this person is really walking alone, but they're walking in their own power, okay? So this is a person who may be alone, but they're never lonely. Well, we all get lonely sometimes, but this person is comfortable with being alone because they see the value in it. They see how it helps them develop inner strength, resilience, independence. They see how it allows them to self-reflect and get closer to those deeper inner truths, and they see the power in self-development. So this person comes across as very confident, very self-assured, and someone who is good on their own, okay? Which I think is very cute. These two energies are coming together, because we've got this sweet talking charmer over here, and we've got this person who is like, I'm good. So it's kind of like this person's sweet, genuine, charming energy is kind of disarming this like strong, independent figure, and it's very cute. It really is. Okay, let's see what else we have. Ah, the fire energy is coming through. So we've got the Two of Wands here, and then we have the Chariot card, which is representing Cancer. So this person on this side is coming across as very well-rounded, because we've got water, we've got air, and we've got fire. So, you know, very well-rounded here. So I think this person, they come across as maybe a bit indecisive, because I think when you meet this person, or like I said, this person could be representing you, but let's just say for the sake that this is your soulmate, to make it a little bit easier for me to speak on this, but this person, I think when you meet them, they are coming up at a point in their life where they have to make a major decision. So with the Chariot card, this is when we're faced with a major choice. Sometimes this is literally travel, you know, having to move somewhere. That could be a possibility with the Two of Wands. Maybe this connection starts out long distance. That could be a possibility. Or this person could be at a major crossroads in their career, something like that, but there's a major choice for this person, okay? And with the Two of Wands here, they're really considering it, but they haven't acted yet. That's why I said I think there could be a little bit of indecisiveness here, a little bit of hesitancy because they don't want to make the wrong decision. I think also kind of just this, there's this passion coming through. You know, it's like they're almost committing to the adventure, committing to the unknown, but they haven't quite done it yet. But there's definitely an eagerness here. You know, it's kind of like they're rushing forth to be with you. Like, they are very sure about you, even though generally they tend to be indecisive, which is why I think this person really wins you over, because it's like the person who is uncertain about everything is sure about me, and that can be very sweet, right? Like, that can make you feel special. Okay. And that, like I said, this could be representing you. Just take, you know, whichever side resonates. Oh, another major arcana card. Strong personality over here. Okay, so we've got the Star card. The Star card also came up in, I think, pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, could be a couple messages there for you. But with the Star card here, wow, I feel like I don't even want to get to this card yet. Okay, with the Strength, with the Hermit, with the Star, wow. This person has been through, as my great-grandma would say, a lot of hell and high water, okay? This person has seen some challenges. They have seen some really rough times, and they have dealt with them alone, okay? They have really learned how to rely upon themselves. I mean, they have worked hard. They have fought tooth and nail to make it in this world and to hold on to their identity and their confidence and their self-worth. You know, it's like everything in life has pushed them down, and they have met it, like challenge after challenge. I get a little bit, even though it's not represented here, I get a little bit of Capricorn energy from this. I'm a Capricorn rising, so like I get it, but it's like you're at the bottom of the mountain and you climb and you climb. You know, Capricorn's represented by the goat, and if you've ever seen goats climb mountains, it is terrifying. They go up and down on these teeny little ledges. They like hop. It's terrifying to watch, okay? But it's like they go halfway up the mountain and they get knocked down again, and they just keep going and they keep climbing, you know, and they don't carry the weight of the mountain around with them. They know their goal, their only mission is to climb it. That's all that's being asked of them, and they keep doing it. They keep trying to manifest. They keep trying to learn from their hardships. They keep holding on to their resiliency. They keep at it. So this person just comes across as very capable, very strong, very, like, just tough. Like, you have been through so much, and yet here you are, like this miracle of a person. Like, how can one person go through so much and still, like, have so much inner power? Like, you know, it's just impressive. Like, this is very impressive energy. Okay, now we've got the Four of Pentacles here. This card makes me feel like this part of the connection, this person cannot see the Knight of Cups. Like, I feel like this is the Knight of Cups here, and this person is so focused on their goals, so focused on climbing that mountain. You know, this person comes across as very ambitious. You know, despite their hardships, they still believe enough in themselves to achieve their goals, you know, like whatever status in life they're wanting to reach. they're hard at work at it, that it's like they see this person coming in. They do see them, but there's some hesitancy here, like, right? Like they don't want to let go of their goals. And so this person, I think at first, is kind of operating under this false assumption that they can't have it all because life has been so hard. And, you know, a lot of people have probably disappointed them and hurt them and betrayed them. I mean, they've had a hard life, right? And they've had to go it on their own. It's like they're so afraid to trust someone enough just to let them in the door. It's scary because to let them in the door, they have to let go of one of these pentacles at least. And it's like, I'm watching you, I see you, but to ask me to take that leap of faith, to ask me to go from this energy to like the Fool card energy, that's a bit much. Like, I think this person is gonna struggle with that in the beginning of this connection. This Knight of Cups is not going to give up. They're going to keep rushing in, trying to give this cup to this person. But this person has to be willing to set down one pentacle at least to let this person in. So what does this mean in like practical terms? This person is going to have to make room for the Knight of Cups in their life. They're going to have to be emotionally vulnerable. They're going to have to open up, let that guard down. They're going to have to balance their work life. They can't spend every waking moment of their day busy on their goals. Like, they have to spend some time. They have to invest some time in this person. And that could be too why we have this Chariot card here. This person is like, I'm sure of this connection, but can I keep trying and trying and trying if this person won't let me in? Right? Like, the universe can only do so much. Like, the universe can bring you two together, but if one of you is closed off, how can this like go anywhere, right? So if this is you gotta you gotta be open. You have to be willing, right? Like, it takes two to tango here. Okay, let's see what else we have. We've got Gemini here. Okay, that could be that indecision there that we had. Gemini has been represented in pretty much every single pile at this point. But you know, Gemini is the lovers, and this is a soulmate reading, so I'm not surprised to see Gemini coming up again. I will say also, I think communication is everything in this dynamic, because this person is patient and willing to wait on this one. Okay, so if this one can just express to the Knight of Cups how they're feeling and say, hey, I need you to be patient with me. I do care for you deeply. This is just new to me. I've been hurt so much in the past. Handle me gently. This person would be willing, more than willing, to do that for you if this is you. Okay? All right, so we've got Aquarius. Aquarius has also been represented, I think, I think in all three groups. So that's echoing the Star card, because the Star is also Aquarius. These could be major placements in either your birth chart or their birth chart, but I will say, with the Aquarius card being here, I feel like you two are going to start off as friends, especially given how closed off this person is. I think even though this person wants to rush the connection, this person is going to be willing to compromise and move at this person's pace. And you two are going to be friends first, and you're going to develop a strong foundation together before this turns into a romantic partnership. Okay? Because Aquarius is really, like, to me, the sign of the best friend. Like, Aquarius energy is all about the group, the collective. Aquarius people make great friends because they are always thinking about other people. All right. And then we've got North Node with Destiny. So even though there are some challenges with this connection, there is an element of destiny here, an element of fate. You two are definitely meant to grow and learn from one another. I mean, I would say this person is teaching this person healthy boundaries, and the Knight of Cups is teaching this person how to be emotionally vulnerable. So you're each balancing each other out in that way. Okay? So let's see what else we have. Okay, commitment. I think we needed this reassurance. I think we did, because it was seeming a little bit iffy whether you two would actually move past the friendship stage and whether this would become anything, because this person is so closed off. But yes, now we have like confirmation that even if you don't get married, this will at least develop into a long-term relationship. Given that this is your soulmate, marriage is, you know, likely. So we've got maturity. With this card, this makes me think, you know, this connection will happen when you two are older. So you, you know, will likely meet your soulmate when you're at a more mature place in your life. You know, so think maybe like, I would say at the youngest, mid-20s. At the youngest, okay? And like I said, this person could just be very wise beyond their years. So this person may be a bit younger, but they just seem a lot more mature than how old they actually are. Oh, took too many cards. Okay, so we've got step out of your comfort zone. Okay, North Node twice here. Yeah, I think step out of your comfort zone is on this person's side. Comfort zone is, you know, being emotionally guarded. So they're going to have to at least step over here and open up this door to let the Knight of Cups in. This person, I think, whatever this Chariot card is representing, this is a general reading, so it's going to be different, you know, for everyone who's watching. But I would say if this is related to their career, it could be that once they make this decision about their career and they move and they get out of their comfort zone and they go after what they're passionate about, that's when they meet this person. So that could be a message for some of you. Absolutely. Okay. And we've got, oh, communication is key. So Gemini coming up twice now. Yeah, I think communication is going to be so important because you two have a lot to learn from one another, and you are quite different. You are quite different. And so there is going to be a greater need for you to make sure that you're expressing yourself clearly, because you two do run a risk for triggering one another and for misunderstanding one another. But I would say because you got the North Node twice, it's because you're meant to learn from one another and you're meant to grow together. You know, triggering someone else doesn't have to be negative. You know, you could be triggering some things in them that show them what shadow work they need to do and what areas of, you know, their life and their personality and just their identity that need some growth, need some development. You know, like, we're meant to learn from one another. You know, we can do a lot of self-growth in isolation with the Hermit card, but we can't, like, achieve self-actualization in isolation. You know, like, so much of who we are is learned and developed through our connections with others. You know, like, we're social creatures by nature. Like, community matters. You know, you got the Aquarius card, right? Like, the collective matters. How you relate to others matters. You know, we're not meant to go through this life alone. And that's something that this part, you know, this person is going to be, you know, understanding through this connection. This person is going to understand, the Nine of Cups is going to understand that, you know, they're going to learn that they can't define themselves solely through other people. You know, they have to retain their individuality, and that's where I think the balancing of each other is coming in. Okay, so now we'll get some more specific information, traits about your soulmate. Now, for these, they're not as general Lord, they're not as general as these cards. So if any of these messages does not resonate with you, please leave it. Okay, so their love language is gift giving. You could totally see that with the Knight of Cups, like rushing in to give you their cup. Yeah, they're going to be big on giving you gifts. They are a good listener. That's good, for communication is key, right? They could have dark hair. Oh, they have great hair. I don't know why. I feel like these two come out together a lot. Okay. They are articulate, strong communicator. Okay, awesome. So maybe they are that Knight of Cups, and you know, maybe communication on their part is going to be really good. Okay, they are supportive. Like I said, they want you to be comfortable. They're not trying to make you uncomfortable. So if you express your needs, they will try to meet those needs. Okay, so it's coming across so far like this side is you and this side is them. But, you know, if that doesn't resonate, leave it. But that is what is coming across to me. So they are the Knight of Cups and you are the Hermit, the Strength card. So they are passion focused. Definitely saw that with the Two of Wands, right? And they could be a public figure. So that doesn't mean like they're famous, you know, it doesn't mean that they're a celebrity, but they're well known at least, either in their community, in their career field. You know, they could have like a little blue check on social media, but they're well known in some capacity. Okay, so let's get some matchsticks for my pile threes. Pile three. Pile three. Okay. These, by the way, are the Spark Romance matchsticks. Okay. So we got play hooky for a day together. That could be something you two end up doing. We got trade embarrassing stories from when you were younger. Okay, so this could be like a silly, easy way for the Hermit Strength card person to open up a bit. Okay, and we've got celebrate a recent accomplishment of your partner's. So that to me signals that maybe it is something related to their career here with the Chariot and the Two of Wands. So maybe when you first meet them, they're on the precipice of like making a big career decision, and then once you two are together, that's when they've had that success in their career. They've moved on, you know, from like the Two of Wands to the Three of Wands to like that Six of Wands, like victory card, okay? Which also signals to me that maybe it does take some time for this connection to unfold and to go from friendship to romantic partnership too, because the jump from Two of Wands to Six of Wands doesn't happen overnight, right? Okay. And hey, good things are worth waiting for, right? All right, so, oh, yes, okay. I was like, wait, I know there's like one more thing. And this is what it is. So, when I shuffled these cards, I asked for your soulmate's higher self to give us 2 self-care activities that they would like you to do to take care of yourself. So we have reset, so rest, rest, rest. And we've got clear your energy field. So you could do that with essential oils, you know, like whatever feels good to you, even if that's like going for a walk outside, taking a break from interacting with certain people who maybe make you feel a bit drained could also be a possibility. But pile 3, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it was fun. I hope that it gave you some insight into who your soulmate is. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below that you chose pile 3, and if you would like to see more love readings like this. And yeah, pile 3, take care, and I'll see you guys in my next one.